discuss this ruling this afternoon, I'm very pleased now to be joined in the studio by William Joulet. He's a criminal and a human rights lawyer. Thanks for coming into France
Thanks for having me
today. Tell us, first of all, this ruling just coming into us within the last couple of minutes. What do you make of the news? Are you surprised by the decision?
Not surprised, but it's great news for the victims. It seems that the Supreme Court has decided to send the case back to the Court of Appeal for it to be reviewed again on one of the major issues of this decision, which is, can Lafarge be indicted for the most serious offence, which is being an accomplice, being part of the crime of against humanity. And it has been decided actually in the course of international case law, of the case law of the International Criminal Court, for example, that Lafarge could be indicted for being part of crime against humanity, despite the fact that there would be no evidence that they were going with ISIS regarding their plan of mass destruction, but that it was enough that they only knew that the money was going to ISIS, and of course that they were aware that ISIS were committing crimes against humanity. And even if Lafarge didn't say that they were happy with the crimes being committed, the fact that they knew about that was enough for them to be indicted.
And you suggest this is potentially good news for the victims in this case. Talk to us about these victims. These are primarily Syrian nationals, as I understand it.
Yeah, so you've got two different kinds of plaintiff in this case. One kind are the Syrian individuals, employees, former employees of the company who were left by the company to run the factory, knowing that the expats, the French employees of the company, had been taken out of the country from 2011 onwards. So these people, the local employees, were left to run the company and suffered serious threats to their lives. Some were kidnapped. So these people have been able to participate in the complaint with the help of associations, which are Sherpa and two other associations, and these also applied to have the right to participate in the process. And the decision of the Supreme Court today decided to confirm that two of these three associations could not be part of the proceedings for technical reasons, but one of these three, which is the European Centre for Constitutional and Human Rights, can stay in the case, so they will continue to help these individuals to carry on with the case.
Yeah, and as we digest the complexity of this legal ruling today, I wonder if you can reflect for us a little on the timing of this case, because tomorrow here in Paris we're going to have the opening of what is effectively the largest trial in modern French history. This concerns Islamic State group attacks here in Paris. What do you make of the links between what we're looking at with Lafarge and what we're going to see here in Paris tomorrow?
Links are not only symbolic, because one of the three associations I just mentioned, who apparently will not be able to participate anymore, but did file in their own complaint. And this association is called Life for Paris, I think. And this is the association which was created to help victims of the November attacks in Paris. And the idea is to say that if Lafarge gave money to groups linked to ISIS, this money can have been used in order to fund the November attacks. So there are strong connections that can maybe come out in the months coming regarding these two cases.
All right, just finally and briefly, if you can. Now, Lafarge is not the first multinational company to be accused of crimes against humanity related to operations in a country where human rights abuses are taking place. I'm thinking, for example, of Shell in Nigeria, but rarely have those cases made it all the way to court like this. Could this case set a precedent?
It will. It will, for sure. It's the first time this is happening in France, but this is a growing new field of prosecution and of cases. Corporate human rights, there's a new compliance field growing, and I do think that it is going to set a precedent.